Just made it through a hurricane again, and the place I'm staying has no power, and it's been like that for almost 2 days now. So I just finished charging up this Dabbsson unit, and now I'm topping up my power bank, Kindle, flashlight batteries, and I'm about to plug this in, run an extension cord into the house. So I've got a fan plugged in because there's no air conditioning today. I've got my laptop plugged in here so I can actually edit the video that I need to bring to you guys. Well, we're going to try out using this Dabbsson DBS1400 Pro to charge up my tool batteries while I'm out on the job today. Getting a little bit of a late start because it was raining all this morning, everything's wet, but sun's just come out. I got maybe 4 medium yards and at least 3 or 4 small yards to try to finish up before it rains again later today. It started raining again. Right now, this one, I forgot to charge it overnight. It's at 2 bars out of 5, and these are at 4 bars out of 5. These are for my backpack blower that I typically use, so we're gonna plug this guy into the front of here. This thing arrived last night, so I actually just plugged it in this morning to charge up. This is really the first experience I've had with it, and we're gonna try and use it on the job straight away. Just arrived at our first property. This is Florida for you. It was all dark and gloomy this morning. It doesn't even look like it rained, besides it being incredibly humid right now. Whatever. Alright, done mowing, charging up with my system, and then I'm gonna grab a battery here. It's fully charged, 64%. So I'm actually gonna power this off because I don't need it right now. Everything's charged. You have to press and hold. Well, on that first yard, we didn't even use 1 bar at all. I'm not even gonna plug it in. Just gonna grab the blower and go. All right, all done with that yard. Let me check how much we used on the blower here. I don't think it's much. All right, let's just keep going. Still only used 1 bar on these 2 properties here. Not even sure if I should plug it in. All right, blower time. Well, and just like that, it's starting to rain. Showing just 1 bar missing, so let's just plug all 3 in. Starting to charge. Showing about 760 watts. Timeout. What am I doing? Why am I using a battery to charge up other batteries? Well, the biggest challenge I ran into when starting a fully electric lawn care business was running out of battery. And the other part was these are expensive. So to get around that challenge, I built an entire solar powered lawn care trailer with EG4 equipment because, believe it or not, this system was cheaper than buying just 1 extra set of batteries for my Ego equipment. And that's including 1,200 watts of solar that I put on the trailer. Kind of crazy. At the time, these units weren't very capable, and they were also very expensive compared to this setup. Now, I could get a gas generator, but my goal was fully electric, and a lot of other people are that way too. So I get asked a lot now, why don't I use these units? Well, I finally have the opportunity to try one out. Dabbsson sent this to me. I'm not getting paid or anything. I just wanted to see what it was like trying to charge up some batteries with this unit if it makes sense. The capabilities of these units are getting really good. This does 2,400 watts of output. This unit does 3,000 watts of output. This unit can charge up to 1,200 watts of solar. I think it's cool to see all 3 panels out, and they're all just going into that little unit right there. That one will do 5,000 watts. I can't fit 5,000 watts, so they're actually pretty much the same at 1,200 watts. Now, this is only 1.3 kilowatt hours of storage, and this unit here is 5 kilowatt hours of storage. But this entire thing is self-contained. It only weighs like 45 pounds. And the downside to this whole system that I built is all the wiring. You know, you've got breakers and outlets and all sorts of things. If you need a detailed video on how to build one of those though, I have that. So you can check that video out. Now this, on the other hand, you take an extension cord, plug it into one side, you can power whatever you want out of it, up to 2,400 watts. Then on the other side, you take your solar, plug it in, charge it up with solar panels. Or if you need to top it up, you just plug into the wall at home. Believe it or not, we've actually got a hurricane on its way here right now. So I'm gonna go plug in the Dabbsson and charge it up so that I've got at least some backup power. So I actually wanna get this charged up faster than what it's showing right now. And we can do that on the side of the unit. There's a switch here. So it's on its slowest charging rate. I'm gonna kick this up to fast. Okay, already it's starting to climb up. 1,736 watts going into the battery right now. And we're at 0.8 hours to charge according to this. Plus, you can take this with you if you wanna go camping, or if you need to use it for a hurricane like I did. You can bring it into the bedroom and power a fan. We're only showing about 6.3 hours, but that's because it's charging up my laptop and powering a fan. Or run a refrigerator overnight. Everything still feels frozen. 12 hours, and we drew a little over 50%. I can do all those things with this trailer too. I just have to get it close to the house and run an extension cord in, which I have done because we have lost power a couple times. So just plugged in an extension cord to run into the house to power some equipment in there. This unit, as of today, is about $800 or so online. This inverter, when I bought it, was $750. That's kind of crazy that we've come this far down in price on these types of units for quite a bit of capability and a decent amount of battery storage. So let's finish up our day of lawn care and meet back here for a bit more detail on this unit. Don't want to bother the ghost recorders. These guys are done charging. That one's still going just a little bit. Let's see what our percentage is. Definitely dropping, even with just a little bit of charge to top up these batteries. All done with that one. Just gotta blow it off. Whose dog is that? Finished with these two lawns, headed to the next three. We're definitely draining this battery though, but I mean the tool batteries are nearly 100%, so I mean we could keep going for quite a while. You can tell maybe 2 properties gets me 1 bar or 2 bars on the tools depending. Yeah, all right, let's get going. We're at the next yards, still topping off, but we dropped down to 20%. I pull the mower out. Everything is done charging on it, so do some string trimming. Go full bars. These are small properties. I need some water. Whew. There's actual bats up there. All right, as you can see, we're almost out of battery on the Dabbsson. On the Dabbsson. Yeah, it's like 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Still like 74% humidity. Whew. Oh, well, I think it's 0%. Well, I guess they didn't finish charging. That's kind of disappointing. It was a little hard to tell how much we actually charged up in our Ego batteries with this Dabbsson unit. So I wanted to see how many of these Ego batteries we can actually charge up so that you guys know. I took 4 of these 5 amp hour Ego batteries. They have 280 watt hours each, which means they're a little over 1100 watt hours of capacity. Again, this unit, 1300 watt hours. So I charged them up from completely dead, and I was able to charge all 4 of them fully and then a little bit extra in the 2.5 amp hour battery I had lying around. 4 of our 5 amp hour batteries completely charged, and 2 bars on a 2.5. So you're thinking, what does that really mean? Why not just buy more of these batteries and carry them in your trailer? One of these batteries, these 5 amp hour batteries, is $300. So to buy 4 of them to carry spares would be $1,200. This unit, remember, is around 800 bucks. So you're actually getting the capacity for cheaper, and you get a capable unit you can expand later on with more battery capacity, or take it camping with you, you know, take the kids out and use it on the weekends, whatever you want. The Ego batteries, if you want to use what's stored inside of them, you got to get the Ego generator. Oh, one other thing, the lithium Ego batteries are made with, I think, the chemistry called NMC, or nickel manganese cobalt, which is a great chemistry for more energy dense batteries or lighter weight for the amount of energy it holds, but the cycle life is not nearly as good. However, the Dabbsson unit and my EG4 unit are made with a different chemistry called LFP, or lithium iron phosphate. It's heavier and it takes up a bit more volume, but the cycle life is way better. This unit claims like 4,000 cycles or more, and that's like, you're still going to be able to use it, it's just not going to have as much capacity anymore. Same thing with my unit here. If I cycle it every single day, it'll still probably last me like 10 years or 15 years, I'll just have less capacity. I think it makes sense to cycle these a lot more than it does to cycle these. I don't actually take my Ego batteries down to empty nearly ever, because I think it's worse for them to run down to empty, whereas cycling them at a slightly higher state of charge, they might last a lot longer. There are a lot of research papers out there that's way beyond the scope of this video, but that's just how I've been doing things, and so far, I haven't had a single Ego battery failure. Go figure. Dabbsson also sent me 3 420 watt portable solar panels to try out, the max capacity of this unit. I was able to charge it up in like 2 hours on purely solar one day with all 3 panels. Let's get the other panel set up and see what we can really do with this. All right, I'm seeing full sun. Let's see what our wattage is. 600 watts. I have not seen it go above that. I wonder if there's a setting I'm missing. I don't think this has any bearing on it, but I'm gonna swap this to max AC charge. Okay, now we're getting 782. Was it that? Let me try switching this off again. Just switched it to slow, and 600 watts. Okay, so it looks like the switch on the back that says AC charging actually controls the DC as well. That's not very clear. Now that I know that's the case, no big deal. Well, that was 2 hours and 12 minutes to charge up 100% from completely dead. And we even got a couple clouds here and there in the beginning and at the end. And then another day I did just 1 panel, and I think it was around 5 hours, something like that. So you can definitely recharge this unit with one of those 420 watt panels, or if you really want to max out the capacity, you could get all 3. We're getting sun on all 3 panels, so let me check. 1060. Sweet. One thing to note though is those foldable panels are pretty expensive for the watts that you get. So if you really wanted to be cost effective, let's say you're installing solar on the roof of your trailer, you're going to want to find a different solar panel to match up with this unit. Whereas if you are going camping, it's very convenient to fold those up, take them with you, and use them wherever you're at. Let's be very clear here though, you're never going to make the money back that you spent on the panel with the power it produces over its lifetime. It's really gonna be a convenience factor. Does it make sense for you? Do you really want that type of thing versus running a gas generator? I'm just enjoying coffee on the back porch here while I listen to the neighbor's generators running. And these panels might not last forever too when you're folding and unfolding all the time. This snap has already come undone while I was repositioning these panels in the yard. Dabbsson claims you can recharge this unit in just 32 minutes from 0 to 80% with solar and AC combined. So I'm plugging this in to see if that's true. And I'll come back and check on this. We're at 32 minutes right now. Let's check. Oh, look at that, 80%. Okay, technically it's possible. Maybe you guys have some scenarios where you need to charge with solar and AC at the same time. Maybe you have quite a few batteries connected up in parallel and you're trying to charge a huge bank. I don't really know. I think this is cool. This is fun. My EG4 unit in my trailer can charge on AC as well as solar. Kind of cool to see it on such a small, tiny little portable unit. This unit does have a 30 amp plug on the side of it for kind of the RV hookup. I unfortunately don't have any way to test that other than trying to charge the Tesla, which I did try and charge the Tesla. No? You don't want to. Why not? But I found out that this unit has a floating neutral, so the car really doesn't like that. Unable to charge with mobile connector, inadequate outlet grounding, try another outlet. It was a bit of a bummer that I couldn't charge up my Tesla. I mean, not that I really need to. I've never run out of electricity, not even come close, and I tow a giant trailer all the time. Really not something I expect to be using. However, in case you, for some reason, needed to or wanted to, you can't just plug in the unit and charge up your car because it's very sensitive to that grounding, that proper grounding setup. I believe there are some adapters out there you can get for portable power stations. I haven't really looked into it, but I can do that with my EG4 unit because I have a ground neutral bond inside the inverter, and the car has no problem taking power from my EG4 system. I still don't charge my car with my EG4 system because I need all that power for the lawn care business. You end up using a lot, which is why we're here. Well, I hope this was entertaining for you guys. It was fun to make. I am really impressed with this little Dabbsson unit. Yeah, see you later. It's really hard to find the light switch, and I don't know where it is. No, that's not it. That's also not it. Hey, there it is. Okay, you can't feel this. It's not raised. You don't know. You have to like find it, and it's super tiny. There's another button over here, which is like a reset button. Why would the reset button and the light button be identical? There's a power button. That's easy enough to see because it glows a little bit at night. These at least are raised a little bit. You can find them even though they're not the ones you need. Silly. There it is. S O S